Hugh Grant új filmjében bevezet minket az illegalitás világába. A Gentleman című film úriemberei viszont sajnos nem takót árultak.
There once was a young and foolish dragon who came to ask a wise and cunning lion about acquiring his territory. Now, the lion, he wasn't interested, so he told the little dragon. But the dragon, he persisted. How could he? He started a war.
Many years ago, we were talking about your job that you took on against Fleet Street. How much fun was it?
Well, that was clearly one of the reasons Guy wanted me to do the part. He enjoyed that little bit of meta humor. But to me, it didn't add anything. I've always liked to keep my political ranting life and my acting life completely separate. I just saw a good part.
Guys, this movie is about money. Do you grow up with money? Do you take parts because of money, or money is not a consideration? And what would you do if you didn't have money?
I've been with money and I've been without money. I was just as happy in different ways when I didn't have it, but I'm sure not looking forward to giving it all away. To do things for money, I'll say this. I had a script come to me for one offer. I won't say the number, and I passed. They upped the offer. Then they doubled the offer, then they tripled it, then they quadrupled it. When they quadrupled the offer, I said, let me read that script again. That script was funnier, it was more well-written, it was more dramatic. I saw more angles about how I could make it work for me, and not a word had changed. I ended up passing, but it was a more well-written script with that higher offer.
Why did you end up passing?
It was not what, I had made a pact with myself, it was not the type of film that I wanted to do at that time.
That's nice.
Similarly, there've been times where I haven't had much money, and now I have, more, and it's, it changes, and I don't know. It's a tricky subject, I think, talking about money. I find I was sort of grew up, thinking that it wasn't really polite. I'm not saying that you're not polite asking that question, but it's something that we never really talked about growing up.
Because you're British.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Henry?
I'm kind of in the same sort of camp as Michelle. I guess, money allows you, in some respects, some aspects of life. But sometimes having without often opens other doors into where you really look into yourself and you really measure the person that you are without the money. So it's a struggle without, and it's a struggle with sometimes.
And what would you do if you didn't have money?
Oh, I've got an Airstream I've already lived in that fits my family, and we've lived all over the North America in it, made it with little money, and enjoyed ourselves.
This movie is about money, and I wonder what's your relationship to money. If you had none, or are you happy with what you have, or is it a motivation for you to take?
It's very, very complicated. I grew up in somewhat poverty, and I thought that money was the thing initially, and then I got it, and I realized it wasn't the thing at all. I wouldn't say an enormous motivating factor in terms of any of the decisions I've made, but it's certainly something in the beginning of my career was that I coveted, and then it was like that sort of somewhat unhappy revelation that it absolutely made no difference whatsoever once I got it.
Hugh?
I didn't grow up rich. People think I must have done because I sound posh in English terms, but we weren't rich at all. And so it still gives me pleasure to think I can pay my bills, and I'm grateful for it.
And do you take parts because the money is good?
Well, what I have found, it's not because I'm principled. I'm pragmatic. I have always found that if you do anything just for the money, it will always come back and bite you.
There's only one rule in this jungle. When the lion's hungry, he eats.
következő adásunkban február 9-én este pár órával az Oscar díjkiosztó előtt összegezzük az esélyeket a már meglévő díjak alapján, beszélgetünk az érintettekkel arról, hogy mit is jelentene nekik a legnagyobb filmes kitüntetés, és bepillanthatunk az Oscar gála előkészületeibe, amennyire csak lehet. Addig is nagyon-nagyon boldog 2 hetet mindenkinek, sziasztok, Hello Hollywoodból!